we begin with breaking news as first responders deal with a crisis in Rutherford County.
Yeah, you dial 911 right there, right now. Maybe a little bit of an issue. News Channel 5's Matthew Torres has been working on this all morning long, and they have been trying to correct this problem. So where do we stand at this point, Matthew?
Well, right now, not all of the service is fully restored here in Rutherford County, just partially. And normally, officials here say that they don't get an influx of 911 calls overnight, but still, it could have posed an even bigger problem. Here at the Murfreesboro Police Department, the emergency lines are fully restored. Over at the Rutherford County EMS, they are still working to get their emergency lines working. However, the main line is working. So if you need medical service or you're in the medical emergency, you can certainly call the Rutherford County EMS. Now, this happened around just before 3 o'clock this morning. Murfreesboro Police tweeted that all of the lines in Rutherford County were down due to an issue related to yesterday when Google Fiber contractor accidentally cut a line. And so AT&T have been working with Rutherford County officials since this morning to restore power fully to all of the departments here in the county. Again, not everything is fully restored, but they are making progress, which is the good news. Hopefully hopefully this morning, 911 calls will be up and running again here in Rutherford County. For now, reporting live in Murfreesboro, I'm Matthew Torres, News Channel 5.
Thanks, Matthew. And more breaking news now as Metro Police investigate a shooting in East Nashville. Kimberly Davis has been tracking the story for us this morning. So, Kimberly, have officers figured out what led someone to open fire?
Amy, there's still a lot of unanswered questions this morning, and they're telling us they are receiving conflicting information, but they're hoping that people who were in that area or maybe know who this shooter is can come forward and help them in this investigation. Now, we're told several residents in that area heard gunfire just before midnight at the Roberts Parks Apartments in East Nashville. Police say 2 cars were damaged in the shooting and the windows were shot out in both vehicles. A man was also hit down the street on the 700 block of Glenview Drive. The man suffered a superficial wound, and witnesses tell police the suspect took off in a black SUV. Now, thankfully, that victim was only grazed by the bullet. They're telling us that he did not need medical attention, but that does not mean Metro Police is not taking this shooting seriously. They are still asking for help this morning. If you have any information that could help detectives in the search for this man, they're asking that you call Crime Stoppers at 615-74-CRIME. We'll continue to follow this story and bring you new information as soon as it becomes available. For now, we are live in East Nashville. I'm Kimberly Davis, News Channel 5.
All right, Kimberly, thank you very much. And some developing news now. The man accused of beating a Nashville man to death is behind bars after leading police on a chase. It began over in Humphreys County. Officials there telling us that Wilfred Ware tried to escape in a stolen car. That didn't work. He crashed. Metro investigators say that Ware got into a violent argument with another guy last year, beating him so badly that he died from those injuries. Ware is now charged with second-degree murder.
And new this morning, a wreck puts 2 children in danger and lands a Kentucky dad behind bars. The Kentucky New Era reports Corin Johnson lost control of his car, flying over a concrete barrier and landing in a ravine. Hopkinsville police say he was drunk with his 2 kids in the car with him. One of the children wasn't even buckled. Thankfully, neither child was hurt.
All right, happening today, a nurse facing several charges expected to be in court this morning.
And our Alexandra Cohen has more on this raid in Humphreys County. Good morning.
Good morning, Amy and Steve. Apparently, this nurse actually sold Xanax and hydrocodone to a TBI informant. Obviously, that's very concrete evidence in this case. The Coleman Family Care Clinic closed down in McEwen yesterday after that surprise TBI raid. Nurse Julie Coleman was taken into custody in Humphreys County after allegedly selling drugs under the table through the clinic she owned. She's also accused of stealing someone's identity and opening a credit card where she racked up thousands of dollars of charges. We spoke with one of her former patients after the raid.
I'm not surprised at all because she was always a little shady. A lot of people used to go to her, but they're all going to the new doctor in town now.
Bond will be set for that nurse today. I'm told that she will be back in court on June 15th to deal with those drug charges. Reporting live in the newsroom, Alexandra Cohen, News Channel 5.
All right, Alexandra, thank you for the update. All right, take a look at the screen right now. Do you recognize this guy? It's down in Franklin. You could earn some money. Investigators say this guy went on a shopping spree in Cool Springs with a stolen debit card. If you recognize him, call Crime Stopper 615-794-4000.
Have you ever received a ticket from a traffic camera?
If you have, State Representative Andy Holt says you should just burn the thing.
My suggestion is this right here. That's kind of what I think about these items and what I think that everyone should do when you receive one.
Okay, so if I did that, wouldn't I be in really big trouble? I'm just wondering. Representative Holt recently passed legislation that outlaws any future speeding cameras in Tennessee. He says you don't have to pay the ticket because you have not been convicted of any crime. Of course, not everyone agrees with the representative. Many who challenge their camera-issued tickets in court still end up paying the big fine.
Rental scams are on the rise in Music City. Nearly 30 cases have already been reported to Metro Police this year, showing up on sites like Craigslist, HotPads, and Zumper. Just this week, one homeowner learned someone was using his condo address to scam people out of hundreds of dollars.
Total deposit, $2,200.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is this your...
It's not even our condo. That's not even our...
That's not your condo?
Mm-mm, no.
If you are a renter looking for a good deal, remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is.